when I went down and talked at Fort Benning, I'd say, here's who Henry Benning was, just so you know. He never served a day in the U.S. Army. He killed U.S. Army soldiers. And he wrote, he was a fire eater, someone who tried to break apart the United States starting in the 1840s, and then went to Virginia during the Secession Convention and said, I would rather have across the land famine and pestilence. That's a quote, famine and pestilence rather than end slavery. So, nobody knew those stories, or Braxton Bragg, what a terrible person he was, or what a horrible general Polk was, or Hood. I mean, and nobody knew that Pickett was a war criminal who summarily executed 23 U.S. Army soldiers, then skedaddled to Canada after the war rather than what he thought was going to be hanged. So that was part of it. We didn't get as much pro-Confederate, but people did say, and one Fort Bragg particularly, that said, if you change these names, there will be blood on the streets. Well, a deputy mayor said that to me when I was down there. So there was certainly this sense that they didn't want to change, particularly at Bragg, because the other bases had either been through the base realignment process and thought might close sometime, and that's what they were very worried about. Don't close. Fort Hood they had been through the Vanessa Guillen murder and also the number who had been killed in Iraq and Afghanistan. They were just a very traumatized place. So they were less worried about that than what effect it would have on the community. But Bragg was one that really didn't want to change.